School District Number 95 Board of Education for Thursday, September the 4th. Let the record show all members are present except for Member Calvert. The voting sequence for this meeting is as follows: Bailey, Idle, Isaac, Sanchez, Tuttle, and Davis. Audience to visitors, would anyone in the audience like to address the board this afternoon? If not, we will go to the consent agenda. In your information, you have minutes from the August 4th meeting, a list of bills, and the July Treasury report. Does anyone have any questions on the consent agenda this afternoon? If not, I would entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Bailey?
Yes.
Idle?
Yes.
Isaac?
Yes.
Sanchez?
Yes.
Tuttle?
Yes.
Davis is yes. Secretary's report? There are no secretary's reports, so we'll move along to the superintendent's agenda.
Okay. We just concluded the budget hearing, which was held from 4:45 to 5 o'clock. The budget laid on display for 30 days from our last board meeting. We had actually some good news after the budget laid. We did make some changes after we put in our projections for our state aid. We ended up hearing that we'll get $60,000 more in state aid. We also, I heard from Representative Adam Brown, called me a week or so ago to tell me that we were eligible and would be receiving a DECO grant from Economic Development for $50,000. So that was added into our O&M, and we're working on that as we speak. So that helped our bottom line a little. We are projecting positive balances in all of our funds with no negative balances at all. Now, of course, things come up and things happen, but the budget relatively is in really good shape. So at this time, I would ask that the board approve the budget for the 13-14 school year.
So moved.
Any discussion? If not, Bailey?
Yes.
Idle?
Yes.
Isaac?
Yes.
Sanchez?
Yes.
Tuttle?
Yes.
Davis is yes.
Okay, we had some resignations. We did receive a resignation from Charity Ozer, who is our elementary music teacher at Memorial School. Charity has been offered a position in her hometown of Casey, and she would like to take that position. She is going to stay till after our second grade concert in October. We have posted for that position and received at least a couple of applicants at this time. We probably maybe have about 3 people in question possibly for that, and I know Gary's looking to start interviewing immediately for that position. We may have to get substitutes in there at first if we don't have somebody employed. And we do have someone that just applied on our sub list with a music degree. So at this time, I would ask that the board accept the resignation of Charity Ozer.
Any discussion? If not, Bailey?
Yes.
Idle?
Yes.
Isaac?
Yes.
Sanchez?
Yes.
Tuttle?
Yes.
Davis is yes.
We also received a resignation from Jessica Blair. She is resigning as a paraprofessional. She would have been at Memorial School, and I know you've already been interviewing and posted for that position as well. And you've got a recommendation here for that. Okay. So at this time, I would ask that the board accept the resignation of Jessica Blair.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? If not, Bailey?
Yes.
Idle?
Yes.
Isaac?
Yes.
Sanchez?
Yes.
Tuttle?
Yes.
Davis is yes.
Okay, the next resignation came from Christina Clark. Christina had been appointed as the 8th grade girls basketball coach at Mayo School. She asked to resign from that position, didn't think that she could fulfill the duties there, so and we do have a recommendation for that position tonight. So I would ask that the board accept the resignation of Christina Clark.
So moved. Second.
Oh, I said resignation, didn't I? Okay. For Christina Clark. Yes.
Any discussion?
Okay, is that
If
important?
not, Bailey?
Yes.
Idle?
Yes.
Isaac?
Yes.
Sanchez?
Yes.
Tuttle?
Yes.
Davis is yes.
Okay, now to fill some of these positions that we just took resignations for. Mr. Don has asked that we employ Cheryl Haddix to serve as classroom paraprofessional at Memorial School. I can take these votes together if you want, or if you have any questions on the particular one, I won't.
That's fine with me, is everybody
that-
else okay with that?
Yeah.
Amy, is that okay? Okay. So, he would like to have her serve as the paraprofessional at Memorial School. For girls' basketball, Mr. Larson is recommending the employment on his extra duty assignment of Dan Gates, who also had interviewed for that 8th grade basketball position before. He would have been next in line for it anyway. He's asking to employ him for that. And for the after-school chorus, which Charity Ozer was going to do for Mr. Larson, he is asking that Jonathan Boren, who he has interviewed and accepted that, be employed to fulfill the after-school chorus position at Mayo School. So it would be a recommendation for Cheryl Haddix as a paraprofessional, Dan Gates to serve at 8th grade girls basketball, and Jonathan Boren for after-school chorus at Mayo.
And we still have an opening for the.
We have an opening for a full-time music teacher, which he has 3 applicants, I believe, at this time. Yes, we do still, he didn't want to make that decision quite yet.
So moved.
Sorry.
Any discussion? If not, Bailey?
Yes.
Idle?
Yes.
Isaac?
Yes.
Sanchez?
Yes.
Tuttle?
Yes.
Davis is yes.
Okay. Each year we have, through the state board, we have to apply for the recognition of schools. Each school principal goes in and says that all their paraprofessionals are either certified or taking the proper coursework and that we're meeting all the state requirements. So it's basically a formality, but we do this every year. So at this time, you had copies of those. I would like to ask that the board approve the recognition of schools for the Creative Center, Memorial, Carolyn Wentz, Mayo, and also the Paris Cooperative High School.
As a side note, did you see in the, I saw in the paper where Indiana now is no longer requiring certification for our teachers?
Well, I think they,
Did I read that wrong?
no, I think they're doing more with work experience and going through some, and Illinois is doing some of that as well. It's getting more difficult all the time with all the requirements placed on teachers. I think I went to a conference where Eastern said they're enrolling in the education field. It's gone down 75% or something. I mean, it's ridiculous. So I think with all the new rules, regs, and Common Cores and things that are going on, we're seeing fewer and fewer people, and they're allowing people now with background and work experience to come in, and if they can pass the tests and go through some courses and do an internship. So Illinois does some of that, but yeah, I did know that Indiana was doing more of it as well. Like your vocational fields are always very difficult, and you need to find someone as well, so. You got a motion, though?
We have a motion?
No, I don't think you made a motion yet, I asked.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? If not, Bailey?
Yes.
Idle?
Yes.
Isaac?
Yes.
Sanchez?
Yes.
Tuttle?
Yes.
Davis is yes.
Okay, next we, yearly as well, do a transition agreement with our Child and Family Connections, number 19 in District 95. This guarantees that any child 3 years old who is eligible for special ed services or any services that the district is required to give, that we will expedite testing and get them into a program at their 3rd birthday. So I would ask that the board approve the transition agreement with Child and Family Connections 19 and District 95 for the 14-15 school year.
So moved.
Any discussion? If not, Bailey?
Yes.
Idle?
Yes.
Isaac?
Yes.
Sanchez?
Yes.
Tuttle?
Yes.
Davis is yes.
Okay. The next item is a resolution for the transfer of property. If you will note, the city passed a resolution at the city council meeting, at their last meeting, accepting or wanting to take on the property for the high school, the parking lots, the gym, and the vocational building. Our attorneys have worked on this resolution and gone back and forth with the city, and we are allowed to transfer property to another governmental entity, nonprofit. I'm very excited about this because from some preliminary plans that I know the city has in mind for the property, it will be maintained and we won't have eyesores as if we had to go to an auction for our property. We've been asked over and over, what are you going to do with that property? Are you tearing the high school down? So I think the city has some plans, and they have TIF money to follow through with those plans. So at this time, I would ask that the board approve the resolution for the transfer of property to the city of Paris for the high school property on Main Street.
We might also add, Connie, that this ensures the future Heathland Gym.
Yes, well, the city has got plans to utilize the gym, but I'm not gonna lock the city into something, but that they have talked about their plans for. And I think it'll just be good for the whole community. I was really worried about what to do, I just didn't want eyesores, nor did the board, and for our properties, which sometimes does happen in a small community when a school closes.
Is there any money changing hands, like $1?
It may be $1, I can't
Okay.
remember.
I think
the
it's
agreement.
$10.
$10, yeah. But,
Well, I
yeah.
don't worry about it. I don't wanna do
Well,
that.
Christ's sake, 10 times. So I would ask that the board approve the resolution for the transfer of property from Paris District 95 to the city of Paris.
So moved. Second.
Any further discussion? If not, Bailey?
Yes.
Ida?
Yes.
Isaac?
Yes.
Sanchez?
Yes.
Tuttle?
Yes.
Davis is yes.
The next is our risk management plan. It's a resolution and designates how we will spend our tort dollars and for safety prevention measures. It's just been updated. It's basically the same as it was before, but we have to update it each year. At this time, I'd ask the board to approve the resolution for the risk management plan for the 14-15 school year.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? If not, Bailey? Ida?
Yes.
Isaac?
Yes.
Sanchez?
Yes.
Tuttle?
Yes.
Davis is yes.
Okay, we have a fundraiser request. Mr. Larson is asking once again to host the donkey basketball fundraiser on October 29th in the Mayo or Joe Whitaker Gym. Yeah, that was fun last year. Some people didn't, but some. The money raised will be used to offset costs for athletics at Mayo Middle School. I would ask that the board approve the fundraiser request from Mayo Middle School.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? If not, Bailey? Ida?
Yes.
Isaac?
Yes.
Sanchez?
Yes.
Tuttle?
Yes.
Davis is yes.
We had a facility request from Child Evangelism Fellowship to use Wentz School again on Mondays after school for their Good News Club. They did use that last year, and you've checked with them, and it doesn't conflict with anything, the school activities. So I would ask that the board approve the use of a classroom at Wentz for the Good News Club to meet once a week with no fees attached.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? If not, Bailey?
Yes.
Ida?
Yes.
Isaac?
Yes.
Sanchez?
Yes.
Tuttle?
Yes.
Davis is yes.
Okay. We received, got word from Mick Roberts that we received another donation towards the development of the softball field. B&T Drainage has donated $500. I would ask that the board accept this donation.
So moved.
Third.
Any discussion? Bailey?
Yes.
Ida?
Yes.
Isaac?
Yes.
Sanchez?
Yes.
Tuttle?
Yes.
Davis is yes.
Okay, we have a bank transfer resolution. We have a resolution in the amount of $812,209.91 to be transferred from District 95 construction account to the Paris Cooperative High School General Fund checking account. I'd ask the board to approve this transfer resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? We did receive a second payment from the state, didn't we?
Yes, we did, and I'm sure Dave will talk about that at the meeting, a sizable
Right.
amount from the state. So this will be the last one until we're probably 90% completed, or,
Right.
so yes, but we're using still some of our bond, and we
Right.
have to transfer it out.
Right. I think that payment was a little over 11 million.
That's what I was gonna ask next.
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, and Dave, we can get that exact figure, I just didn't put it in.
What is that total, what's your total now?
Oh.
The only payment left will be the final when it's
What's
finished.
that? 10?
2.3, I think, is the final payment.
Yeah, out of 24 or something.
Out of 24 million?
Mhm.
All right, thank you.
Do we have a motion?
So they have
I'm
come through
sorry.
with money.
Yeah. I just like to get that thing out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, because we heard for so long that we
There's
wouldn't
some
get
people
it,
saying
they wouldn't
that
have it,
they
and
haven't finished high school.
And once the proper paperwork is sent in, and if there are certain stipulations, a building has to be enclosed, or it has to be X amount of finished, and once the paperwork's been in very timely manner, we've received the money, so that's been good news. Very good news.
We'll need a motion to approve the transfer.
Yes.
So moved.
Got a lot of motion tonight.
Okay. Bailey?
Yes.
Idle?
Yes.
Isom?
Yes.
Sanchez?
Yes.
Tuttle?
Yes.
Davis is yes.
I received a call from ESDA, which is the emergency service. They've written a grant for emergency services for the county, and in order to access those grant funds, they have to have all the entities that are included in this approve their plan resolution. So at this time, I would ask the board to approve the multi-hazard mitigation plan resolution for ESDA.
So,
Sure, the high school will be doing that too, and Crestwood already did, I believe.
Second.
Any discussion? If not, Bailey?
Yes.
Idle?
Yes.
Isom?
Yes.
Sanchez?
yes.
Tuttle?
Yes.
Davis is yes.
Okay, we were asked by the city for a dedication of just a small right-of-way, and it was included in your packet for, and District 95 and Unit 4 will both pass this resolution for some right-of-way for their, to run some, I believe it was for water or lines or something the city needed to run there, so I would ask that the board, Bob called and said, could we get this in this meeting, so I would ask the board approve the dedication of right-of-way to the city of Paris.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? If not, Bailey? Idle?
Yes.
Isom?
Yes.
Sanchez?
Yes.
Tuttle?
Yes.
Davis is yes.
And we had one retirement request, Kathy Ramsey, who is a kindergarten teacher at Memorial School. She states her intent to retire at the end of the 17-18 school year. She's requesting the retirement incentive as per the teacher and the Board of Education contract. This time I would ask the board to approve the retirement request of Kathy Ramsey.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? If not, Bailey? Idle?
Yes.
Isom?
Yes.
Sanchez?
Yes.
Tuttle?
Yes.
Davis is yes.
And there-
Could you like to ask a question?
No.
This 6% we're giving these people, does that figure into the overall raise?
No, they are taken off the teacher's pay scale, and let's say they're gonna get a 2.5 this year. They will not get 6% and 2.5. They go on a 6%, they can go up to 4 year out if it's approved for the, and they're off the scale. So it is the 6%, no more than that, and the state won't allow any more than that. So if they do extra duties, come to extra workshops, they get the 6%, that's it.
So if we give a 2.5 and we get 10 people at 6%, what does that do to our 2.5? Or do we take that into consideration when we're negotiating?
Yes, and in the agreement we have for the 6%, we can, anything, if over 10% of our staff ask for the 6%, we cannot authorize all of them, they never have. And we only have a couple that are on that right now, and it usually just runs in a cycle of people who've been over 20-some years.
That we just approved.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, no, we've got that calculated in our budget. Yes, we do.
Do we have a motion?
We do have a motion. And we vote. Okay, so- okay, yeah, because I was going to the history club. We didn't ask for a vote on this, but Adam Clausen is here. He and Mr. Larson have been working on planning a trip to Washington DC for the Mayo History Club over spring break. It would be funded completely by the students that are taking the trip, and I just wanted to bring that to the board's attention. And if you have any questions or concerns or ideas, Adam is here. You want to say?
I'm just here if there's any questions you have pertaining to it.
Jeremy thinks it would be a really good experience, as Adam does, to take the kids there. And I don't know, how many students do you feel that you'll probably be talking, Adam, at this point?
As of right now, it looks like it would be about 40 kids, and then the chaperones anywhere between 6 and 8.
So we'll keep you abreast of that though, and how it's coming, and make sure if payments are being made, if it looks like it's gonna be a go, and, Adam was here just in case. I think Jeremy has a class tonight, so he wanted someone here in case the board had any questions, so.
If you or Jeremy have any specific questions, I have 2 daughters that live there, so I'm sure they'd be glad to help.
Really?
Yeah, thank you.
That's really high school progressing. On time, we've been meeting on the PA systems and some of those items. We'll meet again next week on furniture. Things seem to be moving along quite well. We will take a tour there this evening, so you'll get to, if Scott Bennett, and ask him any questions that you might have. You've got some newsletters from the buildings in your packet, and that's really all I have for
What's going on with this lien?
There is a small lien that was placed on by, and I put that in there, we received for like $1,900, that a payment that a subcontractor says they were due from a quality line company. That will be handled through our construction management. It's a very small amount, but the point is they're saying that the contractor that hired them, the sub that hired them, did never pay them the
Who
19.
is JMP Excavating?
Just one of the people that was one of our subcontractors. Are they from Marshall? I think they're Marshall area. But we have enough in contingency and money held back from the main contractor, but that will be taken care of by us if they don't take care of it. So it's not a huge deal, but any company can file, a contractor or a sub can file a lien. It doesn't mean they're gonna stop the project, and it's $1,900, but I didn't wanna make you aware of it, that we've gotten that. So you can also ask Scott about that this evening when we're out there.
Have we already paid JP Excavating the correct?
Not all of it, I don't think. That goes through our main contractor. We'll have enough held back. It'll be the main contractor's responsibility if his subs don't pay their subs. So, we have enough that we can offset that if we need to. Okay, that's the end of my agenda.
Okay, do we have any report of committees this afternoon? Public hearings and petitions, unfinished business, matters for follow-up, new business, right to revert to prior order of business. Do we have a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Bailey? Idle?
Yes.
Isaac?
Yes.
Sanchez?
Yes.
Tuttle?
Yes.
Davis suggests our meeting is adjourned.